What is up, everyone? My name is Isabel, and this is Hakate Oracle. So, this is going to be my first live reading, weekly reading for the general collective, and this is for all the divine masculine and feminine. I guess you could say this is timeless as well. So, if you want to hear a certain message right here, right now, that is your message. And I am using two two tarot cards, and the rest is oracle as well. So we're gonna go with the tarot first. General reading weekly for this week as well. So we are going to get started. If there are any questions regarding any clarifications towards this reading, you can private message me either on Instagram or I can send me a message on YouTube. I'm still doing free readings, free private readings, and it's gonna go from there. Alrighty. For the practice this week. So we had our Aquarius full moon last week. Now I guess you could say is still a full moon, sort of. So if you haven't really paid attention to last week's full moon, you can come back this week in a sort of different sort of energy. Okay. Feel like it's been laid out like that. So we have Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is rock bottom. Okay. The only way that you can go is up. From here, you felt like you had been defeated, backstabbed, or just given up on something. This is a general collective. And then we have judgment. Okay. Karma. What goes around comes around. Knowing that actions have consequences. So paying attention to what you really say to other people and action, behavior that you're putting towards people. King of Wands. King of Wands is that fiery, passionate leader as well. So I feel like from here, once we've come back from rock bottom and we feel like we've given up, something is awakening us on the inside, okay, for this judgment to come and to turn us into a King of Wands where we are ready to fire back and gain more strength, become a little bit more stronger throughout the struggle that we've come through. Overall energy is Nine of Cups. Okay, we're seeing those cups as a wish fulfillment. We want to see those cups as our dreams, our goals achieved. So, which is something really, really good if you want to keep moving forward and become motivated and more determined as well. So, once you see your vision, it's still there no matter what you're going through with this Ten of Swords. Okay, so we're going through something, perhaps an awakening, and all of a sudden we're coming out of 10 swords, we're turning into the King of Wands. Okay, so I'll just show you the artwork as well. I don't know if it's actually backwards or like mirrored, but there it is. Nine of Cups, overall energy. I'm going to use another tarot deck, and this one has more messages, which is easier for me to interpret. Some people may shuffle in certain ways, but because my hands are really small, there's only a technique that I can do. Only. Seven of Action. You're being called upon to claim your personal power. Feel confident as your angels will give you the strength to say no when it's the right thing to do for yourself. Your struggle may actually stem from an unresolved inner conflict rather than a conflict with others. Found myself up waking over and over. it's so good to have that constant awakening, whether it be like mentally or spiritually, wherever path that you're on right now. It keeps our life more exciting as well. So I'm glad that you're having awakening over and over. But it also depends on whether you're paying attention to that awakening or you're just kind of pushing it away. So the way you see the messages, or how people talk to you and you're receiving it as new information, are you paying attention to it? So is there certain actions that you do towards that awakening as well? So yeah, I feel like we are going to claim our own personal power where it's okay for us to say no, because we feel like we have been either taken advantage of. We're doing so much for others and there's nothing back coming to us. So what we need is to know when enough is enough, basically. So that's 7 of action. Either in a conflict where you feel like you're not getting anything back, this is the time for you to take action for yourself, so then you can gain that strength. Okay? If nobody is causing you to feel like you're being taken advantage of. So that's for the rest of this week. Okay, along the way, during the week, maybe in the last few days of the week, perhaps that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to learn. I'm going to pull out just another one as well. Bit too much. I just need one card. Even though the more cards being pulled out, the more clear. I feel like the less cards being pulled out, I'm not looking at too much. If that makes sense. I'm not looking at too many messages. So how do you feel confident? What makes you feel confident? How can you gain the strength? How can you claim your personal power? Yes, that's true. Yes, so the message can get diluted. So I feel like it's, if you spread so much on to the surface, whatever, whether on a table or when you put too much out, you're not using much of your intuition. You're kind of trying to find more answers, and the only way for you to do this and to learn is by using intuition as well. That normally works out. So one more. Some of you guys might actually have seen some of these tarot decks. Okay, so one number that I can suggest that you guys look out for is 7. Number 7 is your spirituality, touching base into, when you trust your intuition, when you're keeping in touch with whatever you think defines spirituality, you're seeking answers. 7 of thought, you've been confused about the situation in your life, and now suddenly everything is completely clear to you. Whether the truth was revealed by your angels, disclosed by a friend, or discovered on your own, it feels great to be awake and aware. Feel free to ask for time alone if that's what you need. Okay, so number 7 of thought. You are finding out some sort of clarity or some new information right now, or later on in the week. Okay, again, this is a general reading, so take whatever resonates. And so you're more awake. You're awake. See all the fire that's just burning off of the King of Wands. We are awake and reborn into a completely different, strong person. Some sort of truth may have actually been coming towards you. So you might feel that perhaps the way someone behaves in front of you makes you think that either you don't act exactly like that because you know how that feels for you, or it's just giving you food for thought. So, overall energy, healer of action. This is a time when you can do whatever you set your mind to if your heart is open. You're being asked to do many things at once. You won't mind as long as you know you're making a difference. This card indicates someone who's loving, intelligent, passionate, and fun, which could definitely describe you. This person can handle difficult situations with grace. Okay, so action, healer of action. I feel like that's the Queen of Wands. Ooh, a lot of wands energy, a lot of action right now. So, again, strength, passion, fire in you. Figuring out what sets your soul on fire. Ooh. So I apologize if the audio is choppy. The internet right now, this is all I can do. There's not much that I can fix at the moment, but hopefully when this is being replayed or saved to be uploaded, hopefully the audio will be okay. Otherwise, I'm not sure how I can fix that. Okay. So let's go with this one, another oracle card. I'm quite specific sometimes when it comes to picking oracle decks, especially doing readings or purchasing them. There's something about the artwork and really trusting my gut on what tarot deck or what oracle decks calls out to me. So I'm really sorry about the lighting as well. Might be a little bit harsh right now, but I feel like I'm glowing from the white shirt. Just kind of cool, I guess. Ooh, okay, so we're gonna take those three. Perfect. Okay. So remember when I said that you guys have to look after number 7? To the sea. Hi, Alyssa. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I really, really appreciate you. Give me 1 second with that question. Once I finish the reading, then I'll get everyone's questions at the last. So please be patient with me. So number 7, to the sea. Okay, 7, spirituality, moving on from karmic waters, or just moving forward to better situation, better vibe. Okay, so I want you guys to really pay attention, especially if your life path number is number 7 as well. Look into it. I can't give you guys much detail into the whole life path number, but I know a friend of mine, his life path number is 7. So to the sea is moving through water. So going with the flow, technically. You're exploring, okay? Yang, what did I say? King of Wands, fire energy. So you have this passion in your hands. What are you going to do with it? What makes you, what fires you up, okay? And then you have come to the edge, number 36. Okay, taking a risk. I think some of us are thinking about certain ideas or projects or things that we want to do and we're too scared to do. And it's all about being so self-conscious about ourselves where we don't even take action. So considering that during the week we will have this masculine fiery energy, we will be able to just come to the edge and fly, just fly over, metaphorically speaking. Okay, so a lot of sevens. I'm really, really excited for you guys because I don't know exactly what sort of idea or what sort of project that you want to do, but I'm really excited. And then we have number 42, chop wood. So chop wood is going to a different direction. Okay, if someone gives you chores, whether to sweep or do laundry, and you're in the middle of sweeping, someone is telling you to do laundry instead because for some reason you should do that first. Okay, so it's kind of like redirecting yourself somewhere based on the signs, the messages, the awakening that we're having. It's making you change direction. Okay, which I'm very excited about. So this will actually help you move forward to start either your project or an idea. So I'm very, very excited. So perhaps you need to move away from where you're currently at in terms of like hanging with friends, or if you need some time alone. To the sea just basically means like traveling, soul searching. So you might do some soul searching, finding answers to find that passion, to grab it when you can actually have it in your hands. And this is number one as well, the first card in the deck. So there's an order to it. Okay. It's basically like a new beginning. So I'm excited for that. 6. Beautiful colors towards the spread right now. I'm seeing a lot of turquoise. Reminds me of that crystal. I'm trying to pronounce it right. Is it Amazonite or Amazonite? Anyway, it's Amazonite. And that gemstone is actually really good for creativity and soothing as well. So if you want to do something creative, perhaps, oh my God, the lighting, perhaps you might be able to use that to spark something up in terms of creativity. So whatever you're passionate at in terms of dance, painting, singing, creating something, Amazonite is actually going to be really good for you. So you can carry it everywhere to work, where it requires you to really think outside the box. We had 36, and then this is 36. Relief and repair. Okay, so number 36 and 36. I don't know why numbers just really intrigue me. So the fact that we're getting more 7s and we're getting the same numbers, it really says something for me. So, okay, relief and repair. Grounding yourself, centering yourself, okay? And really knowing how to get away from certain things that no longer serves you. So you're filtering that out. You're taking some time for yourself, taking some time alone, finding answers. Repair is healing. So you are perhaps healing mentally as well. So you're seeing everything in a different perspective. Your eyes are open metaphorically. Your third eye is opening. So it's exactly synchronicities. So whenever I look into certain numbers like 1111, 33, 4422, that has meaning. So I always look into that, especially when I look at it straight away. Now I have to search it up. It just gets me so excited. Revelation, number 6. Okay. Revelation is that awakening, is that enlightenment that we're getting. And look at the colors. It's that turquoise, very light minty color. So it's telling me that, we need to start doing something more passion wise, like that gets us going. I am going to do this card deck. Sorry. I'm really sorry if I'm not, talking properly, or I'm stalling, or it's my first time doing a reading, general reading for the collective. So for some reason that has put up a lot of pressure for me. And, I hope as I keep doing these live readings, my speech, the way I talk, is going to be a lot better and clearer. So thank you. But I'm really excited. I don't know why. I just get so, jittery looking at these cards, knowing that where we're heading is somewhere very exciting, very new, very new. And if you are actually experiencing this during the week, let me know, okay? Put it down in the comments below once it's been uploaded. I think that's what some YouTubers say. So if you have experienced this, or you have, just pop it down in the comments below. Explain, tell me what you've learned, how it resonates for you. So it's only Tuesday here, so we're on the second day of the week. Pleasure. Okay, so pleasure. Look at the way the light is just like shining, coming out of her. The butterflies. I didn't notice that. Oh, awesome. Yeah, so it's like a Tuesday afternoon here in Australia right now. So pleasure is finding out what sets our soul on fire. Look at the way she's receiving it through that moon and all these beautiful colors as well. So in a way, we are gathering not just one side of that awakening. We're gathering all these different colors, which means all, communication, the way we communicate, the way we perceive things using our intuition, the way we love ourselves, and the way we love others. So it's all about knowing what that pleasure is. That's awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna pull just one more, and then I'm gonna do last deck, I think, just because I want to summarize everything. I feel like I've been talking a lot, so when I catch myself, I'm like, okay, chill. It's not. Yay! So again, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. It has been a long journey for me to get to where I am now. So having to have the courage and go live for this and have the confidence as well took me a while, but here I am, and I'm kind of proud of myself. So Yeah, gratitude. What are we trying to be grateful for? Okay, let's scratch the word try. What are we grateful for? Okay, what do we put on our gratitude towards? Ah, there you go. Perfect. So whatever the birds are saying to you, you can translate it using your intuition. What do you think? What do you feel like they're trying to say to you? Okay, gratitude. Every single day we wake up and we have to know everything. We are blessed, with food, clothes on our back, friends, family, the people around us, helping us. So it's all about spreading that gratitude, towards the universe, your ancestors, whoever's watching over you. So just know that. And that way you will come up and start the day in a very positive light as well. Overall energy, darkness. So this does not mean being in the dark or feeling like you've been left out. Okay? It's basically as you separate yourself from things that no longer serve you, things that you feel are just draining your energy vampires. I just actually saw a video about energy vampires, and it's basically true, like probably 99% true, how they just all want to talk about themselves. And sometimes it's good, it makes yourself feel good to talk about yourself. But for us, in a way that when we're listening, there needs to be so much more substance than just talking about ourselves. It has to be a connection, So pay attention to that as well. So when you're in the darkness, you're isolating yourself so that you can actually find revelation, answers. Gratitude, it's opening a new world. That's awesome. Perfect. Keep doing that. Be consistent, and it will just take you to a whole different world of happiness. So it's something that I always have to pay attention to, especially when you're working in a job where you need to build rapport with customers. It's important that having gratitude that I even have a job, so then I can get, connected to the people that I work with, people that I'm serving, and just learning, being able to go there and learn every single day. It's amazing. That's my gratitude. Okay, so last deck. All right. Reading, collective. You are ready to let love in, compassionately identify and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. Surrender your fear of intimacy. So maybe perhaps we are going to. We're going to release that fear of opening our heart to others. But at the same time, knowing that we are strong enough to retreat if we need to, especially with those that we feel, they've taken advantage of us or they're using us, for their energy. So it says you're ready to let love in. It doesn't have to be, being in love or being rejected, feeling that you'll be rejected. It's just your heart chakra, perhaps it means, give me 1 second, I just had a mind blank for some reason. I don't know why. Fear of intimacy. It's like allowing things to flow. And no matter what lessons we're going through, we're always grateful for them. It's a stage. Every event is a stepping stones, and you're just climbing on top of it, and you're knowing you're starting to open up your heart a lot more and more and more. It doesn't have to be intimacy, just be in general. There you go. Exactly. So to live, breathe, to be put on this earth, to exist. Like, what better way? What else do you need to, what else do you need to, what is it? I don't know what the word is. What's better than just to exist? I think we forget the simple things, really, like the simple things in life, just being put on this earth. Last deck, here we go. All right, so general reading for the collective for this week. Reading. Open your heart. Gratitude. Into the edge. Here we go. Surrender the idea that you can fix someone. It's time for a relationship to shift. It doesn't work to try to fix someone. Each person can be accountable for his or her own healing. Okay? So, perhaps in the past we were so afraid of getting rejected or being broken up, and we carried that. We carried that thought, like the next relationship, I just have to make sure that I'm building up all these walls in front of me and that person cannot get through, because I know from my past and my experience, this person, blah, blah, blah. So you kind of get the idea. Trying to change someone. I think that's what we're so focused on, because we want that person to be our dream, our fantasy, okay? The dream personality that we seek in a person. Why is that? Why do you think we always say, this is my type? Like a person who has to have this, has to have that, who needs to be. And when you're meeting someone for the first time, you get so surprised, because you never know that this other person that you've never met before, you've never, no expectations, comes out totally different. Okay, so you might perhaps feel that this person has shaken you up to inspire you to gain the strength to be courageous and open more a little bit each time. Perhaps this person is the King of Wands. Who knows? It's time for a relationship to shift. It's like you have to focus more on yourself. They had to focus on themselves. In the right timing, right divine timing, that is when everything will come into divine perfection. Okay? So whether you're healing, whether you are trying to get out of bad experiences, just know that the other person is also healing. Well, if they haven't, they will eventually. Okay? The only good thing is that we're probably healing earlier than that person. So they'll have to come across that stage of healing, having to shed tears and having to shed old skin. Just like a snake, old skin at a later time. Well, we are opening and awakening in an earlier time. Okay, so focus more on your own healing. Focus on that relief and repair. That way you can open your heart a little bit more. Okay, overall energy, surrender to the wisdom of your body. Listen to your body's messages about a person or a situation. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you are energized and happy, move forward. Oh, I'm really sorry about your mom. My condolences. I know my dad actually died when it's not about me, okay? My dad died when I was 13, and I never really got to, I guess, spend time with him a little bit more. So, kind of letting things go with the flow. And it just had to be. Like, the timing was crucial. And when that time has passed and that moment has happened, it had to be, it just had to be that time, like right there and then, for a reason, so that we can wake up and learn from it. There's something about, putting out gratitude. Okay. In a way, she might not feel, I don't know, like, I just don't want to, like, put my own advice or my wisdom into this, because I know this is a totally different situation. This is your situation, and I understand this, and I'm feeling a lot of sadness right now. But what's really important, I think what she wants you to do is to keep moving forward and know that she is watching over you, because I know my dad is. So just know that you don't have to feel guilty. She's there, and she's always going to be there, and she's going to be watching over you. That's all that matters right now, because she wants you to move on. I feel like, I'm not even in touch with her, or just know that she is watching over you. Okay, she wants you to really keep moving forward in life. So just remember that. All right. So I think that's it for the reading, general reading. Again, to summarize, we will all gain the strength. All gain the strength from feeling like we are rock bottom, okay? Backstabbed, whatever. And we are becoming the king of wands, okay? For some reason, there's this passion, an idea that really sets our soul on fire. Yang, masculine energy. We have that idea in our hands. And all we need to do is spread that out, taking action. 7 action, 7 thought. At first, we felt lost. We didn't know where to go in life. And then all of a sudden, boom. As we retreat ourselves, so isolating ourselves into somewhere peaceful, in a quiet sort of environment, answers will start to come to you. You will seek them naturally. You're not forcing anything to come towards you. As long as you keep going, have joy, take your time, enjoy life. You'll start to feel the pleasure. Okay. You start to feel how simple things can be just to make you happy. Gratitude, the way you perceive things, the way you have perspective in a whole different light, will help you open up your heart a little bit more. So if you can just release the thought, the expectations that you have for others, yourself, it's so important that you just not push and force yourself to become something that you're not. And that will just let you become free. Set yourself free. Okay? Knowing that on the other side, grass is greener. And it's going to be really exciting for you guys. I'm really, really excited. So if you have experienced it, or if you will, or you feel like it resonates with you, just go down to the comments below and let me know how you go, what your thoughts are. I can't buy. You have given me a gift money. You can't buy. There you go. There you go. So in a way, think of it as something that people can value. It's just wisdom. It's experience. I'm sharing you guys experience, my experience, and how I learned from it. The way I think now. I feel like it's so important for us to share one another, what we think and put in a healthy debate as well. So I'm not trying to force you guys to do this, and that, but this is something that I want everyone to have for food for thought. So, okay, now if you guys have any questions right now, I'm happy to answer them. I mean, I guess I can put that in every general reading. So if you guys have any questions, thank you. I'm grateful for you. I think someone was actually going to ask a question, but I don't know if she's back. But yeah, so if you guys want to also follow my Instagram account, it's Hakate Oracle. I'll type it up right now. Oracle. Of course, typical typing sounds. Okay. So that's my Instagram username. Feel free to follow me. Check out my general reading on cards, on general reading. Either for this week, same thing that I'm doing live, except, I take pictures and I also talk about stuff. I was wondering if my ancestral contracts are still a problem. I'm not sure what you mean. So you might have to kind of rephrase that. I was wondering if my ancestral contracts are still a problem. Yeah, you might actually have to rephrase that for me, just because I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm just not 100% sure what that means. Sorry. I'm sorry, I'm still new at this. Reader recently told me I was cursed, essentially. Wow, a reader. Interesting. Those things I don't touch at all. I cannot, especially when I do readings for other people. It's just something that you're not meant to. I focus more on a different area. There's something about that makes me very uncomfortable. And it's all about changing your perspective as well. So your perspective and thinking, if someone said that you're cursed, how would you react? And what would you really think straight afterwards? Like, would you believe this reader, or would you just move on and focus on something that's more positive? Because, what makes that reader think that you are cursed? I'm very, very curious as to what. Like, I don't know who this reader is, obviously, but the way I focus on, perfect, cool. So that's exactly what matters, because this is your life. This is how you run it. If a person, especially a reader, which is very, very strange for someone to say that. Usually for me as a reader, okay, or a light worker, which is what I like to classify myself as, rather than just the reader, because I do talk about other stuff as well. In a way, as a reader, you are supposed to lift people up. You are supposed to guide them. You're supposed to share your wisdom, your perception in certain things, and how you can change things around. If someone was to feel negative, my job as a light worker and a reader is to guide them to better light, to the light in general, so that they can just gain strength themselves, gain the courage. It's There's nothing mention of like curse or spells, witchcraft or anything. It's just not something that I would focus on. I'm sorry. But yeah, so it's quite an interesting perception. I mean, to me, in my perspective, I wouldn't focus on that. So, but yeah, no problem at all. Like no problem as long as you're moving on. So, but yeah. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. It's been 45 minutes, almost 46, and I've already done my reading. You're very welcome. And that's pretty much it. So I'm really sorry for that person who wanted to ask me a question. I'm really sorry. But if you are watching this again after it's uploaded, just send me a message on YouTube and I'm happy to answer that question for you as well. Exactly, time has flown. So I might do one basically for this weekend as well, just kind of catch up and see where we are at in terms of catching up from our general reading today for this week. I hope that makes sense for this week, and then doing another reading for this weekend to see where we're at. Okay, see what else we need to know, and any guidance that the universe wants to tell us to prepare ourselves for the weekend. If you are doing other stuff like a lot of activities, okay, so we'll see about that. Otherwise, majority of the stuff I will do on Instagram. And yeah, any questions, direct message me. And that's pretty much it. Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a blessed, wonderful day. And I will see you guys later. Bye.